That's cool.
That's a lifer. Hello you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are out on the Fond Du Lac River, and specifically we are heading in the boat to go birding, looking for birds. So one of the last times we were out on the boat, we actually saw a red-throated loon, which ended up being a lifer, and it's also a rarity for this area just because typically they're much further down the river out on the main lake. And so today we headed out on the boat, and I'm going to be documenting as many of the birds that we see from the boat as possible.
One of the very first birds we ran into on the river was this pair of adult bald eagles. They have been hanging out in this spot quite a lot, so we were pretty sure we were going to run into them. You can tell they're adults because of the fully white head and tail feathers, and they gave some really good opportunities for a couple quick pictures before we headed on. The next birds we ran into were where the river widens and creates almost a mini lake. These stuck out to me immediately because they were very black and duck-like, but had a much larger bill. Now, we have seen surf scoters in this exact location a few times before, but surf scoters have a much brightly colored bill that these ones lacked, which immediately jumped out to me as the fact that these may be my lifer white-winged scoters.
That's cool.
That's a lifer.
Yeah, same for me. Very cool bird.
The ID features used for the white-winged scoter is an all-black male with a small white patch under the eyes, the white patches on the wings, and also the light pink coloring on the tip of the bill. The females are more brown in appearance with some slightly different white spots. This cloudy day was also bringing a little bit of rain, so we decided to keep moving, and we didn't get very far before we ran into our next bird on the boat, which was the common loon. This was one we were definitely expecting to see, and it gave us some pretty good views, although still pretty far away, but we did get to hear them calling on the water. I was able to get much better pictures with a loon we had a closer encounter with later in the day. The next birds I spotted seemed really small and not very duck-like, but upon further investigation, this appears to be a juvenile grebe species.
So we're actually having a little bit of a break for lunch right now, and so we've already seen some common loons, we've seen some bald eagles, and the other thing is I got my lifer white-winged scoter, which was super cool. Was not expecting to see those at all. We also saw some sort of grebe. I will put the pictures up and see what kind you guys think it is. It's an immature, either a horned grebe, which I think is more likely, or an eared grebe, and I'm watching something chase a bug right now. Anyways, so we're gonna be out on the boat all day long today.
After a quick break for some sandwiches, we headed back out and got a very, very brief glimpse of an osprey. After that, we ran into a ton of gull species, and I'm gonna be completely honest, my gull ID skills absolutely suck, and so I'm not even gonna try to attempt to tell you what these are. Maybe that should be another video. We did spend most of the rest of the day fishing, but we did get some visits from these terns. There was a couple adults, but mostly juvenile ones coming to check out the boat, and I believe these are common terns.
Here, buddy.
Well, you guys probably seen some of the footage of the terns and the gulls. I definitely need to work on my ID for those species. Not my forte. But we are back now. I did take a break from birding to focus more on fishing. We have a lovely fire going, and we are also going to have a bit of a hot dog roast. So we're gonna be looking for birds on the way back as well. However, I am losing camera light fairly quickly because of the cloud cover, and we do plan to fish a few more hours, so I don't really know how much more birds we'll see. If not, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.